Hi people of YouTube, how are you all? My name's Jan Silver and I've been video logging my journey to and beyond the gastric bypass, which I had 21 weeks ago today. So it's my surgiversary today, which is really crazy. I say it all the time. I can't believe how quickly this time has gone. It's just flown by really, and I feel really well in myself. And yeah, it's gone really well. So I will give you some stats. I have been video logging my journey to and beyond the gastric bypass. I presume that's why you've clicked on this link to watch my channel. And it's predominantly about my weight loss surgery. And it's a very honest, frank account of almost daily life over how I feel and what's going on and the changes that are happening and occurring. And yeah. So I will give you some stats because at the beginning, we'll start in kilos. I had my surgery on the 15th of March 2017. My highest recorded weight was 120 kgs. And the last time I weighed, which was, I think it was just before I went on holiday, but I'm going to count that anyway because it might be a little bit bigger. Anyway. My highest recorded weight was 120 kgs. I'm now sitting at 89.3. That's a grand total loss of 30.7 kgs. In pounds, that is, I started, my heaviest weight was 264.6 pounds. I'm now 196.9 pounds. A grand total loss of 67.7. That's not bad. And in stones, I started at 18 stone 12. I'm now 14 stone 0.9, 14 stone 1, I guess. I've lost 4 stone 11.5 pounds, nearly 5 stone. Wow. And I think I've said to you guys before, it's quite hard to understand. I'll try to explain that whilst I YouTube daily, a vlog for anybody that's interested, and for my close friends I obviously gave everybody the link to be able to dip in and out, watch my journey if you want to. You know, I know Lisa does. I'm not sure anybody else does on a daily. You know, I think they've all gone, oh yeah, Jan's had a surgery now, that's whatever. But I haven't advertised it on Facebook. So for those of you that have social media, I think Facebook, when you've got a wider audience that aren't necessarily all really close friends, but they all see what your close friends see, I decided not to be quite so open about my journey on there. I say quite so open. I haven't said anything on Facebook. So my close friends know, and my close friends and my wider circle know that I also haven't shared it. But this last week, it's obviously very evident that I'm losing weight because a few pictures that I've posted, I've had comments on. I have actually put one of the comments on Instagram, and today I had a comment or a message actually from a friend of mine in Australia who said, oh my God, Jan, you're looking fantastic. What's your secret? And I was like, I'm pretty sure I sent her the link too. So Chris, if you ever watch this, I actually think 21 weeks ago I sent you a link to watch my beginning journey anyway. And if you had clicked on it, you would have known that, you know, about. So I kind of had a bit of a chuckle to myself, thinking, well, you know, it isn't a secret. I haven't advertised it on Facebook because why? It's not anybody else's business particularly. I always knew from day one that if people ask me, I will be honest, you know. So I did reply to Chris in Australia and said, you know, I've had weight loss surgery, Chris. I'm sure I sent you a link, but I've been blogging, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so she just came back with a big kiss and a smiley face. But it is really nice to think that people are now starting to notice my weight loss, whether it be in my face or, you know, my shoulders. And I don't want anybody to think that first clicks on this and you're thinking about surgery. I've been trying to think how to word this as well, because whilst being away with an all-inclusive menu, drinks, cocktails, food, desserts, everything you could imagine is beautifully at your fingertips, having a gastric bypass isn't a magic switch to turn off all the years of bad that's in here. So whilst I've always said that if I couldn't drink alcohol again because of my gastric bypass, I wasn't going to moan about it. But as it happens, I can. So that's not an issue. You know, you test your body, you kind of, you know, for things. So for me, that was one of my downfalls. I say one of my downfalls. Yes, it was, I guess, but I wasn't a raving alcoholic like my father yet. So I'm actually now quite pleased that I can have a little drink. And I think what I'm trying to say is, so wine was one of my downfalls. Having a gastric bypass has not switched a magic switch in my brain that's told me I can't drink anymore, because I can. It is all within moderation, and I cannot drink nearly as much as I used to. Now that's the good thing. That to me is the tool working. So hallelujah. Great, fantastic. I can't drink a bottle of wine every single night. So that's got to have some health benefits for me long term. But on the same token, if you were a chocoholic, or you became overweight and you had an addiction to sugar, or you had an addiction to, I also overate, as in carbohydrates, and my dinners were very, very big. And this is was one of my main reasons for being so overweight. I was greedy. I was a greedy fat pig. But a gastric bypass or a sleeve gastrectomy or even a lap band, they're not a magic button. They're not going to stop you from wanting what you've always wanted, what you've trained your body to be addicted to. You know, and I think even, you know, so going back to my holiday, you know, the first 2 days I was really good, like salads, and I had some feta cheese, and I had this, had that. And then suddenly I went, oh, but look at that pudding over there. And I'm not even a sweet lover. And that caused me to have a dumping syndrome. Serves me bloody right. That was a good kick up the bum from my bypass. Thank you very much. And just what I needed, because I never touched. But for me, that wasn't that much of an issue, because sweets never have been. Even though I was just being super greedy and thinking, okay. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm coming across right with this. Weight loss surgery certainly isn't the be-all and end-all to the answer. You've still got an awful lot of work to do, whether it be in your own head over your addictions or over your wants and needs, or, you know, I can't just have a gastric bypass and not do a lot of work alongside that to help with my weight loss. So I am working out at the gym. This morning, I don't know whether I'm coming down with something. For me to get a headache like I had this morning was really horrible, and it's right behind one of my eyes. And, you know, it was one of those, you get out of bed and go, oh, I don't want to go to the gym. But actually I forced myself, and I knew once I got there, and I had the endorphins running around my body, I knew I'd be 100% better than I was laying in bed. So, but I struggled, and it is a fight sometimes to get yourself there, but you know, you feel better for it, and, you know, long term I'm going to be healthier. And I have read somewhere recently, you know, you should be exercising 3 times a week, and I don't mean hard rigorous exercise, and I mean moving your body just to get some kind of motivation. I think the more you do, the more motivated, well, I am anyway. I feel quite, so this morning, for instance, I've been taking baby steps. You know, I've been swimming in the mornings. I carried on in Cyprus when I was there, and this morning I got on a cross trainer, which is, you know, the one that I mean, it's like that. And it was always very hard for me as a heavier person on my lungs and my heart. I felt like I could do 2 or 3 minutes on it, and I really felt like I'd just run 10 miles of a marathon. But this is getting easier and easier, and I actually did 10 minutes this morning. I feel super proud of myself for that. And then I got on the treadmill, which I normally do a little bit of a hill, and I walk as fast as I can for maybe 20 minutes. And this morning a guy got on the treadmill next to me, and he was running, and it actually kind of spurred me on to not walk. So kind of having that, he didn't know it was competition, but in my brain, had he have not been there, I would have just walked for my 20 minutes, absolutely fine. But having him next to me made me go, I'll just test out my legs a bit and see if they can remember how to run, you know, 4 years ago back in Singapore, I was interval running on the treadmill 5 days a week. So I knew my body could do it. I just wasn't sure if I was at a stage where I could. And I did. I'd walked for about 15 minutes and I thought, oh, I'll just have a little jog. And I actually did 5 minutes and I wasn't dying. So yeah, there's so many differences, you know, so I had 10 minutes on a CrossFit, then 5 minutes running, 15 minutes walking. I then went and did all my weights, and I then went and did 20 minutes swimming. So I am really proud of myself, and that's the hard work, you know. There's nobody there. I haven't got a personal trainer kicking my ass to go and tell me to do that. I'm fighting with myself to go and do that. And that's part of the struggle, is that, you know, this bypass is only merely a tool to help me. And it's cut down my drinking, it's cut down the amount of the portion sizes that I can eat, but the rest of it is hard work that I've got to put in. So I think that was my main message today to anybody that's thinking about it. Kelly's had her surgery, that's all gone really well. So lots of love to you, darling. I hope you get home tomorrow and you can rest up, and don't rush to try and see us on Sunday if you're not up to it. You know, there'll be plenty of other meets out there, but I'm super excited. I've got Jane and Mandy and Rachel coming for lunch tomorrow here. I better do some tidying up, haven't I? I'm only joking, girls. I'm actually going to do omelette and salad, I think. Rachel's still on mush, so she's going to bring her own. So I'm looking forward to seeing the girlies tomorrow. That'll be good to have a good old chinwag. And then Sunday, as you all know, there is a meet-up in Malden, Rush It at the Star. So that's my week planned. I'm going to see Lilycorn on Friday, and after I've done the gym, obviously. So yeah, my biggest news is being able to run this morning, and I'm really proud of myself for that. The headache has been on and off all day, but a lot of times I do remember when you have a bit of a break from running, I guess, like quite hard cardio for your body. That first day that I do it, I generally do get a bit of, it's almost like I've overdosed on oxygen and you get this really lightheaded kind of, but anyway, it'll get easier and easier and easier, and that'll only help with my weight loss and my long-term health. So I hope that you're all really, really well today, healthy and happy. I hope that Wednesday is kind to you all, and I will chat to you no doubt again tomorrow. If you haven't already, click like and subscribe. I don't know where my hands are. Like and subscribe. And thank you to all my followers. Obviously, if you've got any questions, please pop them in the comments below and I will endeavour to answer them. I'm finding it hard to find a bit of time. I know I need to reply to a girl called Emma that Yuri's introduced me to via email. And I'm hoping to get a reply to you soon, but I know you've asked a lot of quite in-depth questions, and you know, I possibly will have to go over my own YouTubes because my head is like a sieve. The reason I'm doing this and putting this journey on YouTube is because I really can't remember jack shit. So I'll answer them as honestly as I can, but without actually going back over my own videos, which you can merrily do. You can go back. I've vlogged every single day and you will be able to find all the answers to everything. So if you fancy doing that, do that. If not, I'll try and answer them on an email when I get 5 minutes. Anyway, this is already 13 minutes. Mwah! Take care, everybody. Bye.